Hello, and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rav Eliezer Melamed Shlit'a. We are continuing along with our conversation about the laws and customs of Havdallah on Motzei Shabbos. Let's look at some of the minhagei Havdallah. Kivan shetiknu chachamim lomaris Havdallah kos yayin, yesh le'achos bekos be'esa Havdallah. Since Chazal instituted that we should recite Havdallah over a cup of wine, so therefore one should hold the cup in one's hand at the time of Havdallah. V'osen osah biyad yamin, and we hold it in our right hand, she'yad chashuva, which is always considered the more important hand. V'chein adin legabe kol habrachos, shebechol eish mevarchen al davar ma, yesh l'oso biyad yamin. And this is generally the rule in all blessings, that when we have to make a bracha on something, we hold it in our right hand. L'fi zeh, be'eish shemagin ba'avdallah l'berchas habesamim, so that means that you hold the cup of wine, you make Borei Pri Hagafen, but the second bracha, when you make on the spices, you have to hold the spices in your right hand. So therefore, many people have a plate on which they put the Havdallah items because of, first of all, spilling wine, and some people will see as how they extinguish the fire, but also wax dripping. You don't want it on your table. We have these beautiful mats that kids made in school for Havdalah that we've been using for years and years. So therefore, we make the bracha on the wine. You hold the cup in your right hand. Then you place the cup down on the plate or the mat. And then you pick up the besamim in your right hand. And you don't return the cup of wine until you get to the fourth bracha. V'yesh mahadrin lechos hesakos gam be'es berchos habesamim v'haner. V'kiven sheyad yamin tzricha liyishar pnei l'tzorach achizus habesamim v'achakach l'tzorach hizbonus b'Hashem l'or haner ochsim bein time esakos biyad small. There are some who have the custom that they want to hold the cup the entire time, so then they'll hold the cup in their right hand, and they will then switch it to their left hand and hold that for the duration, and they will keep the cup of wine and then return it to their right hand after they finish with the besamim. You run into a bit of a problem when it comes to borei morei ha'esh. How is it possible? Focus your fingernails, as we'll see, how we hold our fingers to the fire. So therefore, my suggestion is to place the cup down, but again, whatever your custom might be. Yeshnogin lomaris Havdallah b'yeshiva. Some have the custom of sitting while reciting Havdallah. Shalidei ha'yeshiva kol hashamim kovim atzmon im hamavdil. Let's say sidei chavasam b'shemiyaso. Because by sitting down, all of those who are listening, sitting establishes what's called kaviyus. It's more of a set situation, and therefore they can be yotzei in a more permanent sense. V'yeshnogin lamod b'havdallah kadei l'chabed es hashabbos b'tiyasa. And many stand for Havdallah. This is my custom. It's following the Ramah, that we stand for Havdallah because we want to show honor to the Shabbos when it goes out. And so that it's recognizable that everybody has intent to be yotzei with the Havdallah by listening, they should all surround the person making Havdallah. B'di'evet, B'di'evet, if someone heard it from far away, even if he was not in the circle, so to speak, but if he had kavanah to listen and to be yotzei, you'll be yotzei. As we discussed with Kiddush previously, anytime we have a kos that is used, a cup that is used for a blessing, for a mitzvah, we have to make sure that the cup is clean, both inside and out. And we also make sure that we use a nice Kiddush cup for Havdallah. It's funny that we call it a Kiddush cup when we're using it for Havdallah. Nobody ever calls it a Havdallah cup. Shehu 75 milliliter. And as we discussed the shirim in the past, that you have to make sure that it has the proper size liquid amount, which is a revius of the lug, which is 75 milliliters, and the Chazon Ish is 150 milliliters. Vimkos ha'havdallah gedola yoser mitzvah lamalei b'yayin, and if the cup is bigger, the mitzvah is to fill it with wine. Shekein roi lechabed es habracha b'kos malaya, because we want to make sure that we have a full cup. V'av shebeshar koso shel bracha kagam kos shel kiddush nesuin roi shlo lamalei sekos mamash al gedos seha k'tei shehayayin lo yishafech. And even though, as we discussed with Kiddush, people don't like to fill it up all the way necessarily because we don't want to spill, and it's not honorable if you have a spilling cup when making Kiddush or at a wedding or something like that. As Kosa Havdallah Nogin Rabim Malay Mamish Agdoseha, when it comes to Havdallah, many people have the custom of filling the cup all the way to the top, Kedei Shema'at Mahayani Shafech, so that some of the wine does spill over, Sheish B'zeh Semen Shel Bracha, because this is a sign of blessing. Kosiri Vaya, my cup indeed overflows. Lechatchila, Tov She'amavdal Yishtes Kol Shir Revius Hayan Shebekos, Kedei Shichol Levarech Achakach Bracha Achrona Al Yayin. Ideally, the person who is making Havdallah should drink the entire measure of wine, the revius, so that he can make the after blessing when he's finished, the alagafen. Amna mitzad mitzvahs Havdallah, daish yishte kashir malo lugmav, harnu shir shemamales chalal piv ke shalchei achas nefucha. Ke shalechi achas nefucha. That api halacha, he says, however, for Havdallah, it's enough if you drink a cheek full. In other words, it's enough that you would be able to blow up a cheek and fill that up. Different opinions of this as well. Those who are listening and being yotzi with Havdallah should not speak until the person making Havdallah finishes drinking. Because since the mitzvah of Havdallah is to be done over a cup of wine, until that cup of wine is drunk, certainly the requisite amount, that is when Havdallah ends. However, if someone b'diavad did speak before the drinking takes place, you're still yotze nonetheless. So we have our procedures for Havdallah, again, different customs, but the important thing is that we should all make sure we understand the importance and the beauty of this mitzvah, so we don't just run right into the week, but we bring the blessings and the holiness of Shabbos into the week that begins ahead. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you here next time as we continue studying Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rav Eliezer Melamed Shlit'a.